Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Thursday, December 14th, 11 days away from Christmas. This is ABC, or officially known Ask BridgeCom. You have questions? Hopefully, we will have answers. We should be broadcasting live right now in the Facebook BridgeCom Systems official group, as well as also on our website bridgecomsystems.com, and also on YouTube on the official Bridgecom Systems channel. So, welcome everyone. I'm Dana, KC0MYP. I'm the manager of the Bridgecom Plus program, as well as Bridgecom University, where we do all your training. Jeremiah is out working on technical issues right now, so we may not see him. So hopefully we will, but in the meantime, you'll be stuck with me. If you have a question or you have something you'd like, something that has you stumped, post it in the chat and I can see those hopefully here, and we will take it from there. Want to share a couple bits of news from you right now is that Jeremiah just learned that if you have a BT01, in the old days, to reset it, factory reset it, you had to let the battery die. That could take a day, 2 or 3. There's a new way to do it now. So if you hold both the up and down keys, as well as the push to talk and the power button at the top in the middle, hold those all down together for like, I don't remember what he told me, I think 30 seconds. That will factory reset your BT01 and you're back to normal. Then go back and set your settings the way you want, and that should be good for you to go on that. So right now, I don't see any questions. So if you guys have questions, let me know so we can get to them. Let's see, other news. Tonight is also our BridgeCom Plus night. We're talking about the Anytone 878, the most popular radio we carry, the most popular DMR radio in America. And we'll be talking about the essentials. If you just got it, we'll give you some hints and tips on how to set it up and how to customize it to make it better on that one. Oh, by the way, if you notice, these knobs are a little different color. They're not black. That comes with it. We've been poking around. I bought a 3D printer, and these are knobs I printed myself to go onto the Anytone. You can see the top of them. But I played around with some different colors. And let's see here. I just showed you the green on the radio. I also printed up a white one. You may want a bigger black one. We have those available for you. Maybe you're a policeman or a firefighter. We got the color red. It's a good way to differentiate your units. Also got the color gray. These are the ones that I bought on the color filament, the PLA Plus. Also have, where is it? There it is, yellow and blue. And if you're in the Facebook group, I put a picture showing all of these colors and asking which one you guys like. So that may be something we will be doing down the road here. Don't know. We got to see if they hold up right there. Right? I don't think they're as good as the ones that come with your radio on that one. So let's see here. Jeremiah isn't here, but I'm still going to show about it. If you guys have questions, and it is something you're out of warranty, you have a non Anytone equipment, and you want to get answers to it or help get it set up, programmed, etc. Get your radio from somebody else. That's okay. We have a feature called ABC Ask BridgeCom, and you can. There's the link in front of you. You can go on there and schedule what they call an advanced tech call where you hook up with Jeremiah. He does it in 1 hour increments, and he's available Monday through Friday. And you schedule it, and it checks his schedule to make sure he's available, and then it lets you go. You pay for it at that point. If you're a BridgeCom Plus member, you get a discount. And he's starting something new. He's actually going to start doing weekend calls. So keep that one in mind. If you do have an issue with your radio, and I'll get your questions here in a minute, on the screen, you can see support.bridgecomsystems.com /KB-tickets /new. And that's up. You need to file a support ticket on that one. If you haven't entered the giveaway, hey, we're going to give away a free 1-year membership to BridgeCom Plus, the exclusive membership community with all kinds of good stuff just for you. And you get discounts, early access to sales, more training, a weekly training every Thursday. We do this ABC show every other Thursday. We do it every Thursday night with BridgeCom Plus. And we also have winners every week. Want to remind you for the contest, if you have won over the past 6 months, the rules we have here is you can't win again. And I'm eligible, but since I'm with the program, I can't do it. But I have my master list of all the winners for this year. So we have to check to make sure it's fair to everyone. We don't play favorites. We don't pick our friends. The computer randomly picks them out. So if you haven't entered, please do so because you've got about 33 minutes left to enter the contest. So good evening, welcome everyone, or good afternoon on that one. Oh, Jeremiah also wants me to tell you guys that if you like this show, like and subscribe it. You can do that on Facebook. You can do that on YouTube. It helps us out right there. So let's see. With that being said, let's go take a look at the questions and see what I can do to answer them for you. Toby Bailey says morning. Well, it's afternoon in my case, but that's okay. Chris Daniels says howdy. Toby says a green screen with green knobs. Well, I do have the green knobs. I got them myself. So, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. A lot of things are going to change. A lot of cool things coming your way. Ken Dillman, WA5DXO says hello. So does Antonio, N3AHC. Jerry Ferretto, will the 578 go on sale during the holiday season? It's on sale now. You can buy the radio, if I'm not mistaken. I may have to call up the ad just to make sure. They're doing weekly sales, but the 878, or excuse me, the 878, we got so many radios at times. That thing goes on sale. Hold on just a minute here. Let's do this. There we go. And let me get this other thing off the screen. Stand by, stand by. I got to figure out where the heck I got everything. You guys don't realize how many things we have to do over here. So let's get that off. There we are. All right. JD Ferraro, Jerry Ferrado. I think I pronounced it right. Don't shoot me if I didn't. Will the 578 go on sale during the holiday season? You guys have bought so many 578s. We had it on sale for Black Friday. That started just before Thanksgiving. That we sold through our entire inventory. We actually ordered them 6 months ago. And our supplier, Anytone, which it's a great radio, the 578. I've got 2 of them, but we sold so many that we ran out. But we got finally got a resupply in Monday, and Amy in our shipping department stayed late along with everyone else, and she shipped out every radio we got in. So if you bought one, haven't received it yet, I'm sorry, it's coming. But she said we're supposed to get more this week, but don't hold your breath. Everyone else is scrambling for Christmas stuff. But yes, they are coming. So stay tuned. I'm sorry I don't have better news. We ordered them in advance, but our supplier's having some issues on that one. Toby had a question, where do we enter? And I had that up on the screen earlier. Stand by just a minute, Toby. No, that's BridgeCom Plus. Hold on. I got to find it. We got so many things going on here. There it is. Toby, go to bridgecomsystems.com/pages and /BridgeCom giveaways. Enter the giveaway because it's 30 minutes away, and it gets cut off at 40 minutes after this hour. So get on there. I'd love for you guys to win a free BC Plus membership for a year. I think it's outstanding. We got some new things coming up with it and so on. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if I can answer this one. Chris, AB6QK, Anytone 578 CTC SS mode mutes on voice peaks when decoding the tone. Any fix for this? I'm not aware of any at this point, Chris, but if Jeremiah was here, let me check. He hasn't texted me yet. Oh, hold on here. Maybe he did text me. He was out running something. Oh, no, that's the guy. Somebody else. Ooh, ooh, cool. All right. Let me see what else I got here. Cool message. Good stuff for you guys. I can't tell you right now. Mark Hansen, I told you how to enter the giveaway. So, Chris, I'll keep track of that question and I'll see if we can double check with Jeremiah when he gets here. But basically, keep in mind your digital communication's much better than analog. Sometimes when you go up too much modulation, even though it's supposed to be level, you got with FM, it's not amplitude, it's the cycles that they switch on that. Sometimes when you hit the max, it will, with digital signal processing, it will cut that off a little bit on that one. You might want to adjust the audio levels on your radio. All right. John Harmon, can I connect to the Kansas City wide RM with the Anytone 878? John, what do you mean? What's RM? Got to explain it to me. I don't know. If Jeremiah's here, because he was in Kansas City for a while, and BridgeCom is located on the outskirts of Kansas City. But is that a repeater? Because nice thing I like when you use a SkyBridge, you can connect everywhere. You don't need to make anything special. You can get different networks, and you're at the mercy of repeaters. So keep that one in mind. I don't know for sure, John, but I will check when Jeremiah gets back and send me an email with your question. And I'm easy to reach, Dana at bridgecomsystems.com, DANA at bridgecomsystems.com. Send me an email. I look forward to getting emails from you guys. I really love getting pictures of you guys holding your radio, talking on it right there. I think that is so cool. So send that to me anytime you have a question on BridgeCom Plus, BridgeCom University, and we try and get you taken care of on that. John says that he is here, K1 TCU. Almost sounds like a Texas place on that one. All right, back to Toby. I need the 578 after taxes. It's outstanding radio, dual tuners, more power, plus also you can do the APRS a lot easier. And I like it that you can add the BT01. If you notice, there's a scratch on my screen. The girlfriend's dog tripped and knocked it to the ground, and I kind of scratched it a little bit or cracked it. But hey, that happens. That does happen on that one. All right, let's go over to Hobo Coasty. Interesting. Maybe a dumb question. I'm new. Why can I not hear DMR traffic on my 878? Well, first you got to make sure your settings are correct. Are you trying to hook up to local repeaters or are you using a hotspot? BridgeCom sells, I think, one of the best hotspots out there, the SkyBridge Max, and it's feature expandable. They do updates on it all the time to keep you on the latest and greatest on the cutting edges on that. So if you can't hear it, make sure your audio levels are set up, make sure your settings are correct, time slot, color codes, etc. And if you're using a hotspot, make sure you got the same frequency for these guys. Otherwise, you're not going to connect on that. Hobo, hopefully that's a couple quick tips, and hopefully that will answer that one for you. But if not, continue, ask again. Let's look here. Ken says, check the giveaway page. The ABC giveaway doesn't appear to be there, just the BCU for this week. Give me a minute here. Let's go into. Maybe you're right. Just a minute here. Let me take a look. See how many entries we got. Let me refresh this. It looks to be working. It looks like about 1,200 entries so far at this point. So, but thanks for letting me know. I always try and check those before the show, make sure everything's good to go on that one. All right, let's see. Wade is standing by, or Wes is standing by. Sorry about that, Wes. K5WFD. Moving down the list here. If you have a question, remember, post it in the chat. If you're on the YouTube, if you're on the website, you can't post questions, but you can watch us live. And also, if you are on the Facebook group, post your question, put your call sign with it because it doesn't show up. It just shows a question without who did it on that one. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one, but is it Night Cry DePaul? I still have not done any DMR yet. Been over a year since I got licensed. Well, what's holding you back? Last night, I was on a show called the Digital Radio Roundtable Discussion with some friends. We talked about Where do we see DMR going in the year 2024? Very interesting, their comments on that. But one of the panelists, and that would have been, I got to remember here, I talked to so many people, Matt Genelin, who runs the DMR network up for the state of Minnesota. He came on and he says he bought an Anytone 878 6 months ago. He went through the university for all the class. He goes, it is a great radio. The training is geared toward the brand new person, the newbie, to walk you through how to do everything. He goes, outstanding. And if you haven't done the training, bridgecomuniversity.com. We include it for free when you buy our products. If you haven't done your training, get with it. We'll send you a weekly reminder on your progress every Sunday. We also do sell the training. You can buy it for $97 per equipment. Like the 878, they call it the handheld, is $97. We had a sale on it for Black Friday for just $17. But when you buy our product, it's included free of charge. Another question is, when does the training expire? It doesn't. As long as you have your current purchaser from us, we include it. Our competitors, they don't. They refer their customers to call us, unfortunately, which kind of drives me crazy, but the price is the same. Why would you buy it from them? We include training. We include customer support. We also give you where to get updates for it. We explain it. We have our YouTube library of courses. Check them out. There's good stuff there. We do it for you because without you, I don't have a job, plain simple. So I try and do everything I can to make your life easier, to turn you from a newbie with DMR to an expert on it. And that is the latest and greatest. And by the way, I got a question this week. Just a minute here. Got to wet the whistle every now and then when you do all the talking. I got a question this week, and this is something that kind of torques me up, but I understand it because people don't know. DMR isn't real amateur radio. Well, if that's the case, are you still walking to get from point A to point B? Or do you ride a horse and buggy? Or do you take a vehicle, gas-powered engine, electric engine, a scooter, a bicycle? Do you take a motorcycle? Do you catch the bus? Everything changes, hopefully for the better, not always. Everything changes, and DMR is the latest and the greatest version of amateur radio. The thing I really like, I did a demonstration in April of this year at the Central Michigan Amateur Radio Club about DMR. I took my 878, I took my SkyBridge Max, took a power supply for the SkyBridge so it had power, and I used my cell phone as the internet. And we showed how easy it is to make a contact. And with BridgeCom, we have our plug and play packages. That's the easy button, plain simple. Radio comes pre-programmed. You're all set. Turn it on, plug it in to the internet. You're ready to go. But we did a contact across town. So we talked to somebody in Mason. That's where I currently live. And then we talked to somebody in another state. We talked to Stan, WB8QJZ. And then we said, okay, we've talked in the area, in the state. We went state to state. How about from the US? And we talked to somebody in Australia. And you get the great, I was thinking today, Steely Dan, FM, no static at all. It doesn't matter the size of your antenna. It doesn't matter what the weather conditions are. It doesn't matter what band you're on. It doesn't matter what time of day. With DMR, you can talk anyone, anywhere, just about. And that's what makes it really nice to go with that stuff. So DMR to me is the wave of the future. And we're just getting started. Next year, keep an eye out. M17 network should be more widely used. Free DMR is coming. Was it P25? FT8 is really getting used. So good stuff for that. Good question. But if I pronounce it right, Night Cry, get involved. If you need help, talk to people around you. I talked to one of my BC Plus members yesterday. Greg's in Oklahoma. And Greg said, nobody knew it. Nobody around him knew it. So now he took the lessons. He studied. He did his own code plug. We now can help you out with that. And he is now, members of his amateur radio club are asking him to answer questions on DMR. So good stuff right there. And that's one thing. We experiment, we play, we help each other out. That's what amateur radio is all about. All right, let me continue on. Connected to local repeaters. The pair it works. So hold on just a minute, Hobo. Let me go back to the original question. Cannot hear DMR traffic. Double check your programming. Got to make sure that you have the color codes correct. Make sure also it is written via your code plug, or you can also program on the front of the radio. But double check that to make sure they work. And let's see here, just a minute. Let me do this. If Hobo, if you're on the TGIF network, go to talk group 31268. A friend of mine runs that, and that is the DMR TechNet channel on TGIF. Talk group 31268. KC0MYP, just checking to make sure the radio is working. Hobo, send me a message or send me a communication on there. I monitor that every day as well as statewide Michigan. But DMR is fun. I like it. I used to work at a radio station in high school and while I went to Michigan State. And the nice thing about listening to DMR, I compare it to radio. AM radio is your HF. FM is your digital mode or your DMR. And we always advertise FM stereo. Now, granted, it's not stereo, but the sound quality is there, less noise, less static. You can communicate further. You don't need huge antennas. Doesn't matter what time of the day it is. Doesn't matter what the weather conditions are. You can do it. Doesn't matter what the sunspots are. It's going to work for you on that one. And I see that we have, this is great. I love it when you guys help us out here. Mark Hansen, check for the time slot and the zone settings and color codes. Make sure they're correct. Time slots, you only have 1 or 2. Typically, you want to be on 2 because 1 is for emergency area stuff and 2 is for basically general communications. Something else, from what I understand, we're still checking on this. We're got to get Chip Cuccio back with us. He is one of the developers of the M17 network. From what I understand, they have 4 time slots. So a nice thing about this compared to AM, the bandwidth that it takes is 12.5 kilohertz versus 25 for your standard stuff. And you can even cut that down even smaller with the newer networks coming up on that one. So, does the SkyBridge do All-Star node? That is a little different, Nightcray. I wish my friend Stan was here. He was with me last night. He does a lot with All-Star. I'm sorry. I haven't played with it that much. I got my hands full over here with this stuff, plus that new 3D printer and other toys. Also, I'm supposed to be getting married next year. She hasn't told me when or where, so that's kind of keeping me busy. But I believe with the All-Star, you have to use, in fact, you got to use a hotspot so your SkyBridge would work there. But then you need something else on the other side. And Stan told me, and I apologize, I don't have that information. Do me a favor, as always, send me an email, dana@bridgecomsystems.com, and with your question, and I'll get that over to Stan, get an answer for you, and I'll get the information back to you on that one. Hey, come on, guys. Let's post some more questions over here. Let's see if we can help you out with that. Also, let me see what else. If you haven't entered the drawing, please do so because it is time. Let's see here. Let me move that out of the way slightly. There we go. There's the website for the giveaways. Make sure you enter because you got 15 minutes left. And the winner's going to get a year free subscription to BridgeCom Plus. So that means you can access the weekly training we do Thursday nights. You can be eligible to win. Every week we have a prize wall, 12 choices. And there's 11 cool prizes that you pick what you want to win, not what we decide we're going to give away and you're stuck with it. Also, one of the prizes, one of the spots is called the mystery prize. Well, it's like the old days. You like what's behind door number 1, door number 2, or maybe door 3. So it's a lot of fun with that. And there's some cool stuff in there. Somebody picked it a couple weeks ago, and the prize he selected, I think it was door number 2, was a BridgeCom Plus lifetime membership. By the way, we've dropped the price for the holidays at $749.99 for a year of BC, or for a lifetime BC Plus. I signed up for it a year and a half ago. Now I get it for free, but that's okay. I'm a dues paying member. And if you want to do yearly subscriptions, that's $149.99. And if that doesn't work, you can do the monthly, and that's $14.99 a month. So love to have you join us. It is a lot of fun, a great community. Good things are happening, good changes are coming. So good stuff on there. And oh, it's Ralph. Hey, Ralph, isn't All Star Analog Mode? That's like Echo Star, Echo. What is it? I can't remember. Yeah, it's all. You're right. We're talking digital, so you can use a hotspot, but it's analog, and you need something else to work with in that one. Thank you, Ralph. Sometimes I got so many plates I'm spinning. I don't have an answer for you sometimes, or it slips my mind. Mark has a question. When will the USB-C batteries be available? You know, we get that question every week. Apparently, they are available from Anytone. We're still evaluating them. If you want to buy them, you can, but you got to buy a minimum of 100. I'll tell you that. And we're looking at them right now. With Christmas going on, we're keeping busy trying to get your products that you order from us programmed, verified, made sure they're all within spec, make sure it's ready to go, and get them shipped out. And sometimes we're waiting for those products because Anytone, our supplier for the radios, is a little backed up, but we are their largest customer. In fact, I've been told that BridgeCom Systems, we buy more products than the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh seventh place companies combined. So kind of reminds me when we were at Radio Shack with a lot of products, telephones, speakers, cell phones, way back in the 80s and 90s when I was with the company. It was a lot of fun. So, but it was nice with market share on that. So Mark, hopefully answer that question. Right now, we're looking at them. We haven't made the investment to get into them yet, but it's coming. Some new things are coming. Can't tell you. Just got to tell you. It's like when I worked at Radio Shack again. The new product catalog, if you guys remember them, you've been around for a while, every year would come out in September. We'd give those away for free. Showed all the whole product line at the time that they printed the catalog. Some things do at the best time available, coming later. But I remember always looking at it. Wow, this is cool. Ooh, this is coming. Ooh, that changed. Ooh, the price went down. Ooh, that's a new item. But I remember Dave Shoemaker, that's the name. He was our product buyer for the 15-16 series. And Dave, well, that's the televisions and VCRs, antennas, etc. But I remember he always talked about, hey, you think that stuff is cool? Just going to hit the market? Wait till next year. I'm working on that stuff for you. So thought that was really, really cool. All right, I have another question over here. We're going to go back to Hobo. Excuse me for saying it that way, but it makes it easier, more sense for me. Let me double check, just to double check, make sure that Jeremiah hasn't touched base yet. If you buy an Ultra code plug, do you send your local repeater or hotspot info to have the code plug tailored to you? No, we don't. We include, I believe it's 900 talk groups. And basically that covers the US, you got all 50 states, you've got all these countries in the world. And give me just a minute here, I'll scroll down through my groups. I added TGIF. There's my local land stuff. Okay, there's your state groups. Worldwide Maritime, QuadNet, that's the linked ones. Parks on the Air, weather channels, they have available. MCOM for the US. Aries channels, APRS stuff, weather channels, a whole slew of them. And here's my NOAA weather channel. All kinds of other talk groups within the United States, like talk group 3100, 91, 93, etc. Australia, Bulgaria, Canada, Cyprus. I'm just going alphabetically through how they set it up, but it is really nice. And the thing I like, in fact, give me a minute here. Let's see if I can do this. Let me find This is, and I'm biased. I really like this feature that we offer called the plug and play package. Let me see if I can get that up. I didn't load it up ahead of time, so stand by. Let me see if I can share my screen. I like to show this one because this thing is outstanding. By the way, if you need a gift, we carry gift cards, which is really cool. Don't know what you want? Have someone get you a gift card. Get the XYL or the YL or somebody, whatever. It's pretty cool in there. All right, give me a minute here. Let me see. I gotta find out. Share screen. Which one? Where am I? I haven't played with this one that much, so bear with me. That's the one I want. And does it do audio? Well, we'll find out here. All right. I like this. This talks about the plug and play packages. Eight 878. Booty. That is the plug and play package. And in a nutshell, 1 minute video on that one. And I'm serious, it is that easy. I ordered the Ultimate Ham Shack pack 2.5 years ago. So I got this radio, my 878 programmed, a 578 programmed, a Skybridge hotspot, all kinds of accessories, extra batteries, leather cases, antennas, earbuds, earpieces, cigarette lighter adapter, another charger, an extra battery, good stuff. And it was well worth it. Take it home, plug the radio in, turn it on, get the internet going to the hotspot. You're ready to go. It makes it really cool. My buddy Brad. So, all right, let's look here. Hopefully answer that question. Oh, here's a new one. All right, this is Earl. We're taking the RV down to Mexico for a few weeks. We'll bring our hotspot. Are we good to go with that? Absolutely. But keep in mind, you're going to be roaming. Unless you have roaming on your cell phone or whatever you're going to use for internet, you may be paying extra and it's not cheap. I remember my mom and dad used to live in Texas. We'd go visit them in February and we'd cross the border into Mexico. Cell phones didn't work. This was a while back, but the cell phones, they wanted to charge you roaming and it wasn't cheap. I'll tell you that. So, also, let me go back, Hobo, on your question. Sometimes they will program them in there if you talk to Jeremiah. He's the one that does the advanced tech calls. He can help you out with that. We've also got lots of videos that you can watch to see all that cool stuff. It's not that difficult. People think using a code plug or setting one up by yourself is hard. It's really not that. And if you can help others, because that is one of those freezing points where I don't want to do it. I got to program a code plug. I don't know anything. It's actually easy. Once you do one talk group, or let's see, first you start with a channel, then you make it a talk group, and then you add it to a zone, or then you make additional talk groups, and you're all set. I did that for all the local ones here in where I'm at for my local repeater stuff. So it's not that difficult. And Hobo says, I always like to share that right there. Hobo is fine. Cool. All right. Mark has another question. How do you make a private call? It's real easy. Keep in mind with your radio, and this is going to be, I'm dating myself, but a lot of you guys too. This is like a party line. You talk, everyone else can hear it. If you want to have one-to-one, you can't because everyone else can hear it. But if you do a private call and you set it up in your CPS, you need their 7-digit DMR ID number. You put that in there. Also, it's not a public call, it's a private call. And give me a minute here. I'm going to see if my buddy Steve is around. Because he's, I think, first up in my private list. All right. Stan, Tom, Brian, Jeremiah, Steve. Whenever you make a private call, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but it says private call Steve with call sign. I've got those set up in the CPS. Set them up there. KC0MYP, private call to Steve, KC8WXM. We'll see if Steve is around. Got the volume turned up on this one. If he is, we responds back. Haven't planned it. We'll see if Steve has his radio handy and responds back to me. Something else to do on your radios too. You ever notice you got that little light in the top? If it comes on green, somebody's talking. If it's red, you're talking. So if you see it lit up, it means somebody's using the channel that you're on or the frequency you're on. But it's real easy. That's how you make a private call. You have to go into your CPS settings and just add the digital ID as a private talk group number using your SkyBridge settings or your Hotspot settings, and just change it from a public call to a private call. So when you talk, I'm just sending it to that other person. But that's a good question. Thanks for sharing that one right there. Let me see. How can I get the updated super and ultra code plugs? I'm an annual member. Mark, send me the latest update to the ultra code plug was September, I believe. Could have been October. I forget when Jeremiah told me. But send me an email. I'll send you the link. You can download those. Dana at bridgecomsystems.com. By the way, as Mark says, he's an annual member. All our BridgeCom Plus members, they get free code plugs. And if you're a monthly one, you start with a super code plug, which doesn't have all the statewide groups, just the state one. And if you do after 6 months, you can upgrade to the annual at no charge, and it's included with your membership. Same thing if you're annual, you get or if you're an annual member, you get the ultra code plug. And Jeremiah and I, we are working on making an ultra plus code plug. Stay tuned. Good things are coming next year in 2024. Great question. Thank you, Mark. Hey, guys, you got 2 minutes, a minute and a half left to enter the contest. Make sure you do so on that one. Let me see if you haven't entered. I got to find it here. Is this one? Yeah. BridgeCom giveaways. Get on there. I love giving away stuff. I think it's cool. I can't win, but you guys can. So take advantage of it. It is the neatest thing. And somebody gives you, what's the liability? What's the cost to you? Nothing. Of course, thank you for spending your time here with us. All right. Let's see here. Next question I have is from Wes. With a plug and play, you would still have to program the hotspot to your router. No, incorrect. When you order a plug and play package from us, we include, we'll ask you some questions such as, what is your Wi-Fi? Basically, you can plug it in directly, but it's a direct connection on Wes. So you take, in my case, I can't show you because I got it right up here above my camera. I take the Ethernet cable included with a plug and play kit, plug it out of the router or modem, whatever you're using, directly into your SkyBridge Max or SkyBridge Plus or whatever hotspot you're using. A direct connection, it's better than wireless. When I'm in my car, I use wireless. I'll use my cell phone, turn it on, hotspot, turn that on first before I plug in the SkyBridge because, you know, it takes a little time to initialize. And by the way, if you're doing it mobile, make sure that your Wi-Fi network you're using, whether at home or on your cell phone, is the first one on the list. So we'll look for the Wi-Fi first. If it can't find it, then it goes down the list to the next one. That would be your plugged-in internet or a different setting. If maybe you have a guest network or something like that set up on them. It's not that difficult. Before I knew that, EOS can't get this thing to hook up. And once I watched some videos and understood, I changed the order how it connected. That made it a lot simpler. So, Wes, hopefully that answered your question on that one. By the way, you got about 5 seconds, but we'll do the drawing shortly here to see who wins BC Plus membership for everyone. Hobo, I'm just not sure how to edit the frequencies on multiple channels at once. I'm sure you can just figure it out. You know, if you're using a hotspot, it's the same frequency. In our case, we pre-program it at BridgeCom with 446.5500. That's your transmit, that's your receive frequency. That's the same for all of them. If you're hitting a local repeater, you got to find out what their transmit frequency is and the receive frequency. So say I'm talking in Lansing, the frequency listed is 145.39. That's your receive frequency. Your radio has to be set up to catch that. You may have to put in the CTCSS, the tone. Where is it? Is it 100 hertz? Whatever, plus or minus, you have to set it up. And the drop down menus in the code plug give you your choices. Set that up, make sure the time slot color codes are correct. And then let's just say it's a plus 100, or no, excuse me, it's plus 600 or something like that. So 145.39 is the receive. The transmit, if it's a positive, you add that up to it. So in my case, it would be 145.45 that I would transmit to them on. You transmit on one frequency, you receive on the other. As Cody shows in the videos, transmitting is you're going up to the repeater. So that's your uplink, your upload. And receiving, you're going, the repeater's up high, you're coming down. That's the download, the downlink. So it's not that difficult, really, seriously. All right. Does the entry to the monthly giveaway enter you for today's show, Mark? No, it does not. They're two separate contests. This is a unique one, separate one. Keep in mind, if you win any of our contests, the monthly giveaway, the ABC every other week giveaway, or if you're in BC Plus, the weekly giveaway or the quarterly giveaway, hint, hint, you're ineligible to win for the next 6 months if you win them. But that, I know there's some conditions that I may change that right now. Since I'm the new kid on the block, I don't always get what I want, but I'm looking at it. And I said, anytime you have ideas, suggestions, comments, let me know. And Mark says the link you gave takes you to the monthly site. Well, I apologize on that one, but if you go to, well, it's too late now, but I'll check that. I verified it this morning. In fact, I actually entered the contest. I can't win. I hurt the odds on whoever the winner is or whoever you guys are in that one. So we'll take a look at that. Greg says, hello, everybody. Next one on Night Kai. I only showed one giveaway, but it says 70 days left. I know, I saw that. I fixed it. So if you check it, it should have been refreshed on that one. Let me see. Let's see if we have a winner, because it's 44 minutes after the hour. We've closed the contest down. Let me refresh my page. Stand by. Takes a little time with the internet. 13 or 1,375 entries. 54 people have entered. So give me a minute here. Let's see if I can pick a winner. And then I got to check it. All right, let's do that. One entry will win. I don't pick them. The computer randomly does it. And let me take a look at the list. There's a call sign I see. Bear with me just a minute. I got to take a look at the list just to make sure the person, and you have to be live. You have to be with us. If you're not, if you don't answer, if you don't respond, we can't award the prize. We'll go to somebody else. Stand by just a minute here, checking call signs and names. Ooh, that's cool. All right. We got to see if you're in the house. And remember, you got to be in the house. You got to put a comment in the chat. So this call sign begins with the letter K, then the number 1. I think it's a personalized call sign. K1, P as in Papa, L as in Lima. K1PL. Paul Lutz. Paul, I have it right? Paul Lux? Paul Lux. K1PL. Are you watching? Are you live? Because you got to be online to connect to it. Let's take a look. Let me scroll down the thing. So I'm still waiting. Paul, if you're there, get in the chat. And let's see, can I do that? Can I? That's a private chat. Oh, wait, I can post it right there. Because if he doesn't respond, I've just put in the chat. K1PL, Paul Lux is our tentative winner. Please respond if he's watching. And so far, I don't see any comments on there. Because if he isn't there, we will have to find somebody else. Because you got to be live to win. Maybe not. I got to remember. Jeremiah's not here to keep me honest. Let me see. K1PL, Paul Lux is our tentative winner. Please respond if you're watching. I'm looking in the chat. I don't see anything. By the way, as I said before, if you guys have any questions, send them to me, Dana@bridgecomsystems.com. That's what we're here for, trying to make DMR easy. And I really like that plug and play package. It takes all the guesswork out. Your radio's programmed. You don't have to sit and put your call sign, your digital ID. By the way, you guys know before you can get on the air, you got to get that free digital ID. You just have to follow the prompts. They need a copy of your FCC license. They include instructions how to download it from the FCC website. One thing we have here with Jeremiah, he actually has access to the radioid.net website, and he can find everything and help out, assist if there's any issues, and he can also help get a copy of your FCC license to get your radio digital ID. So, and I tell you one thing, that it's really simple, really easy to get on the air. And as you guys know, you got to pass the test. All you need is a technician class, and it's 35 questions. Just got to pass 70%, which is 26 of those. Wasn't that difficult? That's the easy one. The general is going to be the hard one there. Paul, about time. Excellent. Send me an email, Dana@bridgecomsystems.com, so I can get you added to the BridgeCom Plus list and get your account taken care of at BridgeCom University. So Dana@bridgecomsystems.com. Give me a minute. I'll post that here for you guys. Love getting your letters, plain simple on that one. All right, let's see here. There's my email on that one. All right. Night Sky also says, I have a digital ID and an MMD MV clone. Hold on, thing was jumping for me. Does that work with the stuff you all use? It should. You got the digital ID. Well, you got to have a DMR radio. Once you get one, or a mobile unit. You know, something I'd love to see is a base station, if that's the word I'm looking for, that is all set for DMR, as well as also the 2-meter 440 and other networks. And then just get your hotspot, maybe have that built into it. That'd be kind of cool. So, all right. Thank you, Paul. Chris Daniels, he responded. So let me go back to Night Skies. Wait, where is it over here? There it is. Hit the wrong button. Sorry. Hold on. Does that work with the stuff you use? And I see, I love it. You guys help each other out. Yes, it does. Thank you, Chris. If you guys haven't joined the Facebook group, do so. There's like 16,000 members in there, all waiting to help each other. BridgeCom Plus has their own special server. It's the community hub, and that's available through BridgeCom University. We're moving away from the Discord server. They did that a couple of years ago, but it's we're going from one platform to a different one. It just takes some time sometimes. And we have some glitches every now and then. So good stuff on that. All right. I see another question over here from Nightcry. My VX6 that says DMR, but not sure that it is this DMR. I'm not familiar with that one. I wish Jeremiah was here. He probably would on that one. So I can't really tell you for sure on that Nightcry, but thank you for asking. If you send me, as I said, by email, send it to me and I will get that over to Jeremiah. We'll get it answered for you. That's what we try and do. Try and make DMR easy because, hey, when I started, I had questions. And what's the only stupid question? The one you don't ask, because I'm sure a lot of other people have that same question on that one. Got another repeat person. Mark, how do you call a local repeater in VFO mode? I get you enter the frequency, the tone, channel type, analog. Which tone type? You got to take a look at repeaterbook.com. Look up that repeater, and it tells you all the specs you need for that. Once you have that, then you put that in your code plug or program it into the radio, and that will go. And it's funny, I think Jeremiah and I, we just talked about the TCDT, RCDT, RTCDT. In fact, I think we're talking about that tonight on BridgeCom Plus. And how do you set the shift direction? That I don't know. I remember one of them, it transmits, it listens, it transmits and drops off. It keeps holding that tone for a while. So Mark, do me a favor, send me an email and we'll get that responded back to you. And we might even try and answer that tonight on BC Plus on that one. Joe has a question. We only got like about 5 more minutes left. The video shows plugging Hotspot in with Ethernet cable. Can I connect to my Wi-Fi instead of using cable? Yes, you absolutely can. When you go to, I don't have my, let's get the video out of the way. Let's see if I can do this here. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see, present, share screen. Let's see here. Which screen do I want? That would be this one. All right, you guys can see my SkyBridge hotspot and with a new loading thing on it. So all the way up here at the top, you got some cool things. By the way, if you need updates, it does it automatically in the night, but they would be up here in this top right corner. But you go to admin, got to log in, and you know it's pi-star raspberry, all one word, RISPBERRY. Log in, and then you get to all your settings on that one. And then we want to go to configuration on that top bar across the right. And we're going to scroll down to get to, by the way, you can see all the other networks that are available that you can play with on these guys. Keep going down. We got to find, where's my Wi-Fi? Wireless configuration. If you haven't set it up, what you do is you configure and have it search for your Wi-Fi signal. It finds it, put in your password, boom, save it. And with mine, just a minute here, I got to find where I have it. I think it's in a different screen. But you can figure, let's just, what the heck, we'll just do it over here. Oh, see, there it is. My first one on the list is my, actually, yeah, that's right, it's Pixel 7. Scan for networks, finds all the networks in your area to make it relatively simple on that. And then find the one you want, add a new Wi-Fi network. So make sure your wireless is first, wired network second, if you're going to take your SkyBridge, your hotspot with you as you're traveling. And just follow it. And then when you're done, save the settings and then reboot with those new settings. And by the way, always one thing as we talk about, backup, backup, backup. Because if you don't back up, bad things happen. We've had some people that says, gee, we never touched their product, but the memory card's broken. Not sure how that happened. Or they didn't back it up. Or keep in mind with electronics, a lot of times you reboot it, but if you're going to reboot, you do it differently. Don't just unplug the power cord. Go in and go to the power settings and go restart or shut down. Because if you don't, a power surge sometimes happens. data can get corrupted. And what happens at that point is that your SkyBridge needs to get reprogrammed. You have to re-image it. So that's why it's good to do that and make backups all the time on that. Nightcry, VX6 DMR is direct memory recall, not this DMR. Okay, cool. Thanks for the clarification on that. And you heard my my home assistants there. The ICOM 705 is D-Star. Yeah, ICOM, they primarily tie into DCOM or to D-Star in that one. So I'm stuck for now, I guess. Well, not always, but for the most part on that one. So who knows? But if you have any more questions, hey, we got about 3 minutes left. We'll see if we can answer them. If you're a BridgeCom Plus member, thank you for being a member. Prices have been lowered to help you guys out. By the way, if you buy a plug and play package, you get a 60-day free trial at BridgeCom Plus. No strings attached. You get access to the complete training during that 60-day period. You get access to the every Thursday night live stream. You can enter the contest. You get the full collection of stuff at BridgeCom University. So I think it's well worth it. Plus, there's other stuff that's coming or are coming. So stay tuned. But it's a good deal. And somebody wrote up saying, why do I have to provide a credit card? Well, that's how we do it at the BridgeCom store. But all of a sudden, you guys are shysters. Well, Amazon gives you a free trial. We give you a free trial too. You buy our product, you'll get a 30 or 60-day trial. And maybe some changes in that are coming. Stay tuned. Good things are always happening on that one. So, and I'm just kind of curious myself. I'll ask my BridgeCom Plus members tonight. But as I said, what color knobs would you guys like to see? Get that banner out of the way. What color knobs? I don't know if you can see these here. There they are. These are all the ones I printed up on my 3D printer. These are the middle knob, which is the selector knob, not the smaller volume knob. See, there's two sizes. But what color would you guys like to see? As I said, red, green, yellow, white, blue, black, gray. There's other colors. Somebody recommended glow in the dark. That sounds kind of cool. Other ones, maybe gold. That'd be kind of interesting. But purple, maroon. So as long as you can find the filament color, you can print your own up on that. So pretty cool. Good stuff on that one. And as I said, anytime you guys have an issue with BridgeCom University or BridgeCom Plus, let me know. I'm easy to find. I'm not that difficult out there. As I said, my email is real easy, dana@bridgecomsystems.com. Not that difficult to do. Hey, we're going to do this again in 2 weeks. Let me look at my calendar. Today's the 14th. By the way, Merry Christmas. That's coming up in 11 days. Merry Christmas to everyone here at BridgeCom. Hope you guys have a very happy and successful Christmas with family and friends. And we'll do this again in 2 weeks. We may do it next Thursday. If I can find time in my schedule, we'll do it also with Jeremiah. Sorry he's not here today. He's probably out buying Christmas gifts, or he's trying to take care of some other stuff on that. But we'll get him back here. I miss him. He's good. He's really knowledgeable. He knows stuff off the top of his head. He's been doing it long. I've had my license since high school, but that was only so I could operate a radio station. FCC third class with broadcast endorsement. And then I got my tech class and upgraded to extra. So next up is general. Anyway, it's top of the hour. Thank you all for watching. This is the end of this week's episode of Ask BridgeCom. I'm Dana, KC0MYP, and I wish Jeremiah, W9JAM, was here, but he's not. But Merry Christmas from all of you. Send just your questions and enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll talk to you guys again. 73s.